Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 140 of Bird Squawk.
I got it done. Birds got it done. Back in the win column. Lot to talk about. Again, like last week, not pretty at all. That's for sure. 17-16 win in Indy. Lots going on. Obviously, coming off the first loss. See how they were going to rebound. Have a couple injuries they're going to have to deal with. But at the end of the day, they came back and won. It wasn't pretty. That's for sure. It was... I think multiple times during that game I said, all right, that's about it. But at the end of the day, they won. And at the end of the day, that's what matters in this league.
A little close for comfort. I think there was probably like 3 or 4 times I was pretty much dead set that we lost that game.
Yeah.
And I think I said that pretty much 3 or 4 times that we lost this freaking game. And, everybody was clamoring for some adversity. Wasn't really the adversity we wanted to see, but, just seems like, again, one side of the ball will play well, the other side of the ball won't. It's like, the offense definitely, when they seem to get too pass happy, we have issues.
Yeah, I saw a lot. I don't know how you guys were watching it, but offensively, I saw a lot that I saw last year. A lot of what I saw last year from the offense. Jalen throwing the ball a lot. Every pass being a fake run that Jalen had to make a play out of. I don't know. I don't know if guys were getting open or not, but I felt like Jalen was really running for his life at times yesterday. I think he made some good throws. It was one of those things that they would get plays and they would get a drive going and then they would just stall out.
Penalties, man. Penalties.
When it was first and 35 at one point, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Everything we did positive, there seemed to be a flag.
Yeah.
It was like, come on, man. And I get it that we were missing Goddard, but geez, these guys got to know how to block at least, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much. Goddard obviously is a piece, obviously is a weapon on this offense, but I don't think he derails this offense as much as it was yesterday. It looked bad. It looked really bad.
I got to give it up, though, to Howie. you look at Linville Joseph and Dominican Sue, 10 months on the couch. They came in and looked better than the starters.
Yeah, you can talk about the offense. The offense obviously was a big issue yesterday, but, you got to tip your hat to the defense. They played a great game yesterday and kept them in that game. Without a couple stops of them, they're not winning that game. They're not even in the game without a couple stops from them.
I get it. Everybody wants to put Gannon's stake. And I get it. There were times yesterday I was like, blitz this dude. He's a statue back there. Go get him. But, like he said, when the defense needed a stop, they got it.
I know.
If they don't do their job yesterday, we definitely lose that game.
That's obviously once they took the lead late. I wanted them to make the stop, but I really wanted to make the defense to make the stop on another level because I was like, don't ruin the day you guys had. Like, if you would have gave up the game-winning field goal there, then everyone would have been like, gan and gan and gan. You guys had a good day. You made plays. You got the turnovers when you needed to. It was a lot like, I know how bad they were in the Commanders game, but it was a lot like the Commanders game. When they needed to hold, they forced the field goal after the fumble right out of the second half. They forced the long field goal that they missed. Like, they made them settle for points or made big stops and got the turnover. So, yeah,
I just don't feel like there's the same level of Stenchen hate as there is with Gannon.
I agree.
Stenchen, he's calling the plays, right? Offensive coordinator. Stunk the place up yesterday.
I agree.
Stunk the place up. And it's like this guy gets a free pass.
No, I agree.
Because Jalen wins the game.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. I just feel like don't get me wrong, people need to be criticized. People need to be held accountable. But I feel like when it comes to Gannon, for some reason, it's an instant 0 to 100.
Yeah.
If the defense even has a bad quarter,
right away,
get him out of here, fire him, get him out. So it's like, I don't know. At the end of the day, they battened down the hatches, they made plays, and they kept this team in it. And at the end of the day, the offense put the drive together. Once again, like the Commanders game, they had like 5 chances to do it and didn't do it until the end. But they did. And at the end of the day, it wasn't a pretty win, but it was their first comeback from down 10-plus points in the fourth quarter since the miracle at the Meadowlands 2 when freaking Deshaun took it back. At the end of the day, that's a big like, once again, it's not the adversity you want.
But I know against a good team, we're not built for that.
Oh, I agree.
We are not built for that. I mean, you're getting into this later part of the season where it's cold, and you gotta this is gonna be some physical football, right? We got Green Bay, but Tennessee is gonna come in and lay the wood to us. And we gotta respond.
The main thing is though, they got punched in the mouth first drive, and you went, oh God, this is not good.
It did not start out
but
good.
After that first drive,
well, he put Joseph and Sue in.
They shut down the run for the most part. They really did. They did make them one-dimensional, that they had to throw the football, and Matt Ryan couldn't do that. I mean, obviously against good teams, their offense isn't going to turn as one-dimensionally. But
I mean, I just feel like the offense is continuing to be like, how cute do we want to be?
Yeah.
Right? We got to be cute. We got a running game. Will you come out and establish an identity and stop with this damn throwing the ball? Mix it up.
Yeah.
I mean, when we mix it up and we have that defense on their heels, we're unbeatable.
Yeah. I mean, the red zone play calling was terrible yesterday.
My God.
Terrible. I mean, I know you got the high snap from Kelsey, is what it is, but even, I mean, just trying to be too cute. Like, they sometimes get in the habit of doing that.
And I mean, we got lucky at the end of the day, because I still can't believe that with their running game, the Colts decided to let's throw the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, and when that Red Sea parted for Jalen, I still can't believe they didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
As soon as he stepped back and went, I was like, well, that was obvious. I mean, it was just one of those days that it felt like nothing was really going right, and Jalen used his legs. I know we've been talking about a lot this year that it hasn't really been that. It hasn't really been that type of game for him, other than the opening week. And I mean, I compared this week to that week 1 game. I don't know if I said it last week in the video, but I know I said it to him that it's going to be a lot of energy coming home, new coach, got a big win, trying to prove something, that they were going to come out and play well. At the end of the day, I mean, the Colts played a great game on defense. They did. I know the offense looked bad, but the defense did play well. But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they made it happen. I know there was a lot of emotions. I know Nick was very fired up at the end with the whole Frank Wright thing and the Colts, and kind of like that history that he has with them. It meant a lot for him to win that game. But
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff out there about his doing that. I mean, I'm all in with Nick. I mean, he's showing love to the fans that came out there, that traveled. I mean, yeah, do we really want our coach going over and getting into it with the fans? No, but he's not doing that. That's not his intent.
I agree. I don't think the people that just look at it surface level, it's kind of like, what are you doing? But if you kind of understand, like, the deeper level of, like, his history there, and, like, Frank Wright,
do you want somebody with some fire, or do you want a guy like we had with Andy Reid?
No, but the thing is,
time's yours. You know?
He's not like yelling at the fans. He's like getting hype with the fans. Yeah.
And I just feel like, it was good to see when we needed Jalen to do what he had to do. He did it.
Yeah.
But that's not how we want to be winning games.
Exactly. I agree. I mean,
we got too many weapons to have him being the guy putting everybody on their back.
That's what I was going to say. We have too many weapons. Like, when I was saying that this team was looking like last year's offense, we have too many weapons to have it be looking like last year's offense.
We're not throwing the ball to Rager, and nobodies. We're throwing the ball. And like, AJ, I love you, man, but come on, man. I thought we were working on ball security.
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers, I know it hasn't been an issue the first couple weeks, but the last 2 weeks now with the turnovers, costly. I mean, you get the fumble on the Taylor fumble, and then you give it right back after you put in a drive together. It's just like, that can't happen against good teams. And, I mean, at the end of the day, the Colts, their offense is not good. Their offense was not good, and the defense, at the end of the day, settled in and took advantage of that. And the offense, they were scratched and clawed.
And that's where the haters are going to be. They're going to keep saying we haven't played anybody. We haven't played a good team. So we got to show up against a good team, because the good teams are coming.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Vikings thing's interesting now, because the Cowboys went up there and absolutely boat raced them yesterday. I mean, the Giants lost, thankfully. We're still 2 games up in the division. We're also still 2 games up in the NFC still, because we have the tiebreaker with the Vikings, so that's good as well.
The one good thing is those teams still have each other to beat up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big...
Commanders have to play everybody.
Thanksgiving will be a big game to watch with the Giants and Cowboys games, kind of how that one feeds out. See if kind of where we think the Giants had been going and will be going, if that's kind of going to settle in now, or if they're going to bounce back, and if the Cowboys are kind of ascending a little bit now. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we knew the Cowboys were good. Their defense at the end of the day is a really good team.
Right.
I don't know. I personally wanted the Vikings to win yesterday. He was rooting for the Cowboys just because of the... But the thing is, it's so early to be thinking about 1 seed. I'm trying to lock up with this division still. I mean, there's still a long way to go. And once again, this week, it continues to get dicey each week because the Packers game I wasn't really too concerned about 2 weeks ago, and I think it's a little suspect now.
I mean, now they really got nothing to lose, so they're going to come in here, carefree, ready to lay it out on the line, see who's going to come back next year. People are fighting for roster spots at this point. And you got Rodgers. I mean, another guy who, can pick you apart.
Yeah, I mean, I expect him to get rid of the ball quick. Get rid of the ball quick. I don't expect him to hold on to the ball very long at all. That's what he did against us a couple years ago. Just kind of picked us apart. I mean, I think our secondary is a lot better than it was when they were playing him back then. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be what Rodgers shows up. Is he gonna show up, gonna be into it, kind of gonna have that fiery, or is he gonna be like, well, whatever at this point? So
I mean, it's the back in black.
Yeah, I mean, the black helmet busts out this week. That's a little exciting if you're into that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that should add a little juice. Home game, another night game. Kind of clunkered the last home game and the last night game in national TV. You're kind of going to want to make a statement against the team that's, I don't know, say that they're kind of in a middle spot right now. They beat the Cowboys last week, but then lost to the Titans. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to come back and still a statement. At the end of the day, I was talking about this, just thinking about this to myself after the game. I mean, it was how close from being 9-1 and kind of feeling all right, from being 8-2 and being like, holy crap, like this is an issue.
This close.
It was completely issue from all right, we're all right to like sky is falling. I mean, if they would have lost yesterday, I think true panic would have set in for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, they got it done. And, it's not really the adversity you want, but they nutted up and got the game done.
Yeah, I mean, it was good to show the mental toughness and that they you did kind of feel like when they got the ball back there at the end, they were going to do it. Even though they, really made us stress there. But, I feel confident when JALEN needs to do something, he's going to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just need to get back to more of that, standard. I mean, the turnovers just cannot happen as much as it has been. And I know that's kind of like...
And spread the ball around. Do some different things. I mean, but commit to something. Run a little bit. Throw a little bit. Don't get back there where you have JALEN throwing 20, 30 times a game, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
the 3 and outs I thought were a thing of the past, but geez,
there were some bad ones yesterday. Some really bad ones.
It's been like, come on, man, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, there were some really bad 3 and outs yesterday, and big spots where you're like, all right, let's put a drive together, and they just came out flat on offense.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll have to see. At the end of the day, they did win. They're 9-1. They still have a 2-game lead in the NFC. They still have a 2-game lead in the NFC East.
Feel like a
win,
but
they got it done, and you just keep moving on. The main thing is you righted the train. It didn't derail. Yesterday, it might have derailed a little bit with another loss, but you put it back on the track and kept it going.
That was a game last year I think we lose. I think we fold and it's over. Where this year, like I said, we have more weapons. Let's use those damn weapons.
Yeah.
And because at the end of the day, I love what JALEN brings to the table, but we don't want to get him hurt either.
He doesn't need to be doing that every game, without a doubt. I mean, we'll see. I mean, big game. Once again, big game this week. Hopefully everyone has a safe, happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back next Wednesday, as always, recapping the Packers game and kind of seeing where the lay of the land is. Are we getting the double-digit wins this week, folks? In the black.
Back in black.
We hope so, baby. So thank you guys always for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.